My count. Can I borrow this? All right, I have full counsel, Mr. Denis.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Your auditor, okay, Bernadette and her firm, James Moore, obviously does audits for you of all of our public funds. I mean, one of the biggest jobs to audit is me, but they also audit all your funds and report back that information. They had worked on an audit in Southeast Advertising Authority and had some concerns. So they've come to me about those concerns. We have since done some interviews. They have done the interviews and have reported back to me. That being said, I need the council to take some action, I believe, to give me some authority to intervene. And your attorney, I think, is probably the best person to put before you the wording of the authority that I need transferred to me to make sure that I can deal with the situation as it unfolds.
Okay.
Dan?
Thank you, Mr. Denis. Mr. Eckert?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The issues involve around internal controls, and I think that the appropriate action would be for the council to authorize the manager to take control of the authority's finances as he deems necessary, depending upon further audit findings, or to take control of at least temporary pending those audit findings, I guess is a better way to put it.
Okay.
Once I'm able to, if I have that authority, what I will do then is to try and assure that all the processes that we follow are followed in the interim period, and as I get more information and have a full and clear picture, then what I will do is I will talk to each council person on the subject so that they understand the details. At this point, I think it'd be premature for me to get into that, especially on a public forum, because I have to make sure I'm accurate.
And I couldn't agree with you more. Let me go to council members, and then I'll entertain a motion. Mr. Kelly?
That was actually going to make the motion. Because
right ahead.
Okay, thank you. Motion to turn the authority over to the manager.
Okay, and do I hear a second? And I have a second by Ms. Northey. Further discussion?
Yes, thank you. And I actually do not represent the Southeast District at all, but unfortunately have had several different people come up with concerns, and now it has turned into a much broader scope discussion about CRAs in general. And we're not talking about the CRAs, we're talking about authority funds. I know, but
okay.
Unfortunately, everything's combining now, and there's confusion amongst everybody. But also the fact that there are millions and billions of dollars sitting there. We haven't had any update. We're not sure where they're going with it, and so I would think the manager could take it and bring it back to us. So thank you.
Just to be clear, that the authority we're asking is for the manager, county manager, and his staff to take control of the authority finances.
Correct.
Pending, and then after, depending upon his discretion, the audit findings.
I apologize for that. So it's strictly for the authority. Okay, that's fine.
For the authority, you would be authorizing him, and for historical context, when the authorities each of these authorities were formed, their bills were paid by the county finance department.
Yes.
And in the case of this authority, it's the council's exercised its authority. Previously, it's a matter of, I think, assuring that there's appropriate controls, and you're charged by statute with having the budgetary control over these authorities, and it's within your discretion to take this action.
Sorry, thank you. And that is the motion. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Eckert. Ms. Northey?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm just wondering why Bernadette's sitting out there. Are we going to get a report, or we're not? I mean, is it just
today? Obviously, we have her there. It's your auditor in case you want to ask her something. At this point, I believe I need that authority. She believes I need that authority, and that before I go any further, I need to spend more time to look into the issue.
So you're not ready to talk about?
No, but what Bernadette's here for is, if you have a question about whether you think the authority's needed, she's your auditor, hired separately. She would tell you that she believes that I need that authority.
Okay.
Today.
Thank you.
To be clear, we're talking about the Southeast Advertising Authority, not all three.
And again, Thank you for, I was going to make that statement. Mr. Northey, you have anything else? Mr. Kelly?
Well, okay, thank you. And then as we give the authority to look into and take over, now we're into the check writing and everything else. How is that passed through with the authority?
What I'm saying is that the finance, the authorities would come under the control of the county manager and would be paid through his finance department, or otherwise as he determines. But I think the contemplation is that the bills would be paid as they have in the past by the county finance department, with exercising the control that he deems necessary to make sure that they're paying appropriate.
Abiding by the rules and regulations. So, okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. And also, I just wanted to state for the record that we have done this.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. And also, I just wanted to state for the record that we have done this in the past, too. So this is not anything different than what we have done in the past. Any other questions from council? I have a motion. I have a second. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign, so carried unanimously. Okay, Mr. Eckert, do you have anything else for the...
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Deneen, do you have anything?
No, except that we are going to recess to executive session. Do they have to recess for that, Dan? Because we don't need to come back.
Unless you have further business, you can adjourn this meeting and convene in executive session.
Well, let me ask council, is there any other business to be brought to the table for the chairman to recognize? Not seeing any, we will break, we will adjourn this meeting. Ms. Alexander?
It's really not business. I just wanted to make a comment because I think maybe, I don't know if everyone received that email, but regarding advertising authorities, I wanted to make the comment that Lori Campbell Baker will no longer be at the CVB after January 12th or whatever.
Right.
And I do think that's a loss. I think she was a tremendous asset
Great,
there.
and let's hope that she's going to another high-profile job
Amen.
in Volusia County. And I understand that that is the case. If there is no other business, we will have executive session immediately following this meeting. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you all at 12:15.
All right, here's what we'll do. Bernadette?